What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Grayson here from Poke Profit. Little bit different of a setup now going forward. I got my Shure SM7B in today. Actually, last night, I guess. Got everything set up. Hopefully, the audio sounds decent. This is going to be the redemption arc, and I've done things differently this time. So hopefully, it sounds a little bit better. And I will obviously be doing some tweaks as we go. But today, I want to talk about the Scarlet and Violet era, the booster boxes. Some things are moving, which I'm sure a lot of people know about, but I think the conversation around a couple boxes, the mainstream conversation, I guess we could say, is a little bit different from what I'm seeing on my end, and we'll go into a deeper discussion about what I mean by that. Starting off, we can look at SV Base all the way up to Paradox Rift. This is the early block rotating out in April of this year. SV Base, we're back to all-time highs, I think, on this box. If you come in here and look at recent sales in the $250 to $260 range for the most part, you may be able to find one or two boxes on eBay lower than this, but I highly doubt more than that. Sellers are moving their prices up. Sales volume as well is pretty high still, so that's a good sign for SV Base because normally we were only seeing somewhere between like one and two boxes moving. Buy it now North America every single day. Paldea Evolved, we're getting back to where it probably should be. $405 to $410, most sales in that range. When I look at eBay, there might be like one or two boxes under 400 now, but very difficult to find quantity at that price. When you come in here and look at some of the cards, we have had a few small moves happening. So the Magikarp is one of those that I wanted to bring up here. This is up to around $285 based on recent sales. Maybe 275's a better estimate, I guess you could say, for market price. You do have some sales there around $245. The other one, the Tyranitar, this is sitting around $57. We had a mini buyout on January 9th, 40 copies of this card sold, and before that, maybe like one or two per day were selling. So that's kind of why this moved from 52 up to around 58. Recent sales, you have a couple push into the 60s, so maybe you want to call it a $60 card. I think that is a fine estimate as well. Obsidian Flames, I mean, this is moving. I will say too, basically all of the early Esfera block we're sub 30 days now in terms of inventory remaining. The only box that was an exception to that is Paradox Rift, which I think there's around 150 boxes listed below a 20% leg up on the market. And a lot of that inventory was coming just from Hobbiesville. And you guys know Hobbiesville has tons of boxes. So whenever they put their listings up on eBay, kind of skews the data for a couple weeks. But hey, it is what it is. I do think you should probably be prioritizing Paldea Evolved if you're going to be buying any of these sets, though. It's far and away the best of the first four. So that's my opinion there. Esfera block, the first block rather, it's moving well. So keep your eye on that. But before we go any further and talk about the middle block of SV, I did just want to jump in and say if you guys are enjoying the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton getting these videos pushed out to more people. Leave a really goofy comment down below as well. And then if you guys are interested, I do have links to my market spreadsheet and my consultation calls in the description as always. The goal with these, I made a ton of mistakes when I started out investing in TCGs. I'm going to try and save you time and money so you don't make the same mistakes that I made starting out. So if you guys are interested, links are there. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Now, getting into the middle block of SV, there really isn't too much to say here. Temporal Forces, Twilight Masquerade, these are boxes where there's still a decent amount of supply out there, despite what anybody says, and they don't sell great. We're still somewhere between like 1.5 to 2 boxes every single day on eBay in North America. Buy it now. Twilight, I would be keeping an eye on a couple of these cards, though. I'm not fully convinced that we've found the bottom on the Greninja, but it's at around $280 based on recent sales. If you're buying at 80% of market somehow, someone's letting go of PSA 10s or whatever, you're probably getting a really good price. This is about the lowest it's been in 12 months. Back in July, $265 there for like a week or two, but now we're kind of at that low again. So keep an eye on Greninja. I don't think we're getting any more Twilight in the future. So that little restock of ETBs definitely affected some of these prices. And I say little, maybe it should be a little bit larger of a quantifier there. Medium-sized reprint. of the ETB. Stellar Crown, same deal as Temporal and Twilight. There's just so much stellar out there still, despite what anyone says, and it doesn't sell great. It just somewhere between 1 and 2 boxes every single day, like Temporal, like Twilight Masquerade, not really worth paying attention to. And then Surging Sparks. I mean, this was kind of the set that started it all. We had the Pikachu in there. That was the top hit, $500 out the gate. Latias, Milotic. I mean, it was looking to be a good set, and I still think it's a great set. This is my dark horse from the Esfiera. Unfortunately, though, there is a lot of Surging Sparks booster boxes out there on the secondary market. It still sells fairly well. For context, the only booster box from the Esfiera selling better than Surging Sparks currently is Destin Rivals on eBay. Destin Rivals at $410 now is still the best selling booster box this week. And I think it was like 8.5 every single day. Buy it now. So crazy. Like I just don't see a world where these boxes get cheaper unless we get a reprint. But Surging, I think we're around 7.5. Cards inside have been crushed this year. You can look at any of these coming down in price. It is what it is. More supplies hit the market, but eventually Pokemon's going to move on. They're even going to move on from prismatic evolutions. Maybe they focus on Destined Rivals. Maybe they focus on Mega Evolution, Black Bolt, White Flare, obviously Ascended Heroes. They're going to have to print a ton of that because that is going to be an absolute gas set. So we will see. Surging, I think you probably have another 6 months to buy it in this range. And the reason I say this too, if we bring up the 1 month chart here, you can see this box is up to around $260 on TCG Player. There's sales even towards $280 a box. And if you come down here and look at the listings, sure, lowest list is 260, but that's only 2 quantity, 3 quantity, 7 quantity, 8, 9. So we're like less than 2 cases away from $270 on TCG Player. I know there's going to be someone who makes a video talking about Surging Sparks, maybe trying to pump it to the moon because of this price move, but there's still so many listings on eBay in like the 220, 230 range, 240 all day long. It's going to take a while. So maybe middle of 2026 is when we're going to start seeing Surging Sparks move, but if more reprints come, that could be delayed even further. So Journey Together, not too much to say here either. Doing its thing, I guess. This was actually the only box down this week in terms of market price. And I know a lot of people think that Journey is underrated, and maybe it is. I mean, like, you do have some decent cards in here, don't get me wrong. Lily and Clefairy, Salamence, Zoroark. Like, there are some banger artworks in here, decently popular Pokemon and characters, but you're just not going to have the value in a set like Journey. There's still a decent amount of supply out there. I really would not be paying attention to this set at all in 2026. And then finally, Mega Evolution. So I finally started tracking Mega. And the reason for this is generally I like to wait 3 months before I even start looking at something on eBay just because there's so much quantity out there. And to my surprise, there was a lot more Mega than I expected. For context, Surging Sparks has about 450, 430, something like that, booster boxes below a 20% leg up. Mega, I believe there was over 1,000. We were into the four digits below like 20% more than 238, whatever that number comes out to. So a ton of Mega out there. Granted, it was moving at a decent pace. We're talking about 16, 17 booster boxes every single day. That's just the enhanced version as well. So unenhanced, that number would come up. Add in auctions, the number gets even higher. But still, looking at the supply, looking at how it's moving, I would not be paying attention to Mega either for a while. And I was talking to someone in Discord. The trend on the TCG player graph is upwards, right? So some people might even start talking about Mega and going, hey, like this could, move up to 250, 260. I just don't see it, guys. Secondary market, there's so much supply out there. Granted, it's moving at a decent pace, but I think we have at least a couple months to wait. And then after that, maybe like mid to late spring, when we get to that time period, we'll look at Mega, and maybe at that point supply will come down. But still such a new set. I imagine that Pokemon probably going to do a decent amount of reprints on it. And the final thing I want to say about Mega in regards to how many booster boxes and how much supply is out there is that I think the total set value still has a ways to go. We're definitely not at the bottom. The gold cards were already sub $300 basically. I mean, the Lucario's holding on here at 301.41, but within a couple weeks, probably it's going to be sub $300. The SIRs, the Gardevoir and Lucario, they're great cards, but they're now 160, $150. I wouldn't be surprised if these get close to 100 bucks in the future. Like when you look at the special illustration rares from the SV era, definitely not as expensive as the alt arts were from Sword and Shield, which on average I don't think are as expensive as the alt arts from the Sun and Moon era. So it kind of just seems like as Pokemon prints more, prices are coming down. There are some outliers there, obviously, but anything in Mega Evolution, I just don't think is going to be an outlier. Even the gold cards being really cool, I just don't see these being like $300-$400 cards in the future. I could be wrong about that, but I just feel like there's gonna be so much supply on the market. And I mean, maybe if we go into a boom, demand comes back, it happens again. But I'm just not really bullish on any of these cards in the short term and even like the long term. I just don't see a ton of value in some of these, even though they are amazing artworks. Don't get me wrong. So that's really all I wanted to say in this video. The big takeaways, there's a ton of Mega on the market, despite what TCG Player says. Same thing with Surging, even though recent sales are in like the 270, 280 range. Tons of boxes still on eBay, 230, 240. I don't expect Surging to be making a move until probably like middle of the year. At that point, maybe we can reevaluate. But if more supply comes to the market, maybe even push it back to 2027. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe. Also, if you are shopping, eBay, TCG Player, Hobbiesville. I do have affiliate links in the description. Free and easy to use. All you have to do is click on it before you do your shopping. I'll get a small percentage of sale at no extra cost to you. So, free and easy way to support the channel. With all that said, thanks again. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.